Hello and welcome to the Heed Army podcast. Ladies Night Part 2, Mickey. Ladies Night Part 2. It's been a long time coming, but I'm a little bit out of breath because I realised I didn't have the internet plugged in, hardwired, so I quickly... a little bit...
Shit.
Yeah, so, Ladies Night, we're going to be talking to the three amigos, Jasmine, Montserrat, and Alyssa.
Yeah.
There we go, got it right. See, I don't have brain fog all the time.
Practicing all day in case you got the names wrong.
I'm going to have to put Mickey, I'm going to just put into an advert because my mum's ringing. She's in hospital, so I'll just quickly put into an advert and I'll be back very, very shortly. This is Danny Greenfield. He doesn't know he's being watched at the moment, but we know he's subscribing to the Heed Army podcast. He's also following us on Twitter and Facebook, and you can do the same. But Danny, the camera is always watching.
Oh, that's a lovely picture of Danny Greenfield I've just took. What's that? Danny, man, keep your legs together. Oh, I knew I can't use this.
That's right, Danny. Keep them clever, keep them together. Well, yes, do keep them together. My mum's all right. Just she's in hospital. I was about to wish her all the best for tomorrow because she's kind of some investigatory camera work. So hopefully everything goes off all right. So that's all right. It's put my mind at ease. I've been waiting to hear from her all day, but she's all right. And we're all going to be having Simon Johnson. Simon Johnson, GFC Ladies manager, going to be joining us. First time he's joining us as is an official role. He's been on in the past numerous times as a guest on the show, and he's always good value as a guest. But as gated manager, will be added a little bit more. We've got Evening Gents from Mason Ford. Remember, this show is fully interactive, and he's put Evening Lads. Hope you're both doing tonight. How are you both doing? Good evening, lads. How are you? We're all right. Charles Waff, hi, lads. And good evening from James Rushmore, the man that likes to dress like James Bond on a match day. What a handsome devil he is.
I think he's in line for it, me. Like.
I think he is. You could just see him, couldn't you? David Tron, evening, lads. So you can do you can do as everyone else has done and be fully interactive. Let us know where you're listening from in the world. That is what we want to do. And I'll just put up on the bottom here the ticker, let you know who the guests are tonight and how it's going to go. We're going to be joined about 9:10 by Simon Johnson. And then at 3:30, we're going to be joined by the three American players for GFC Ladies. They'll be joining us because they all live in the same house. So that's very convenient for when you want to line up a few guests. So we'll be able to speak to them and have a chat
together.
I'll be able to chat to them about the first full season at Gateshead and see what the differences are and how they're enjoying being back here for a second year. So hopefully we can continue that. And of course, unbeaten still as well. GFC Ladies, and it's all to talk about. But before we do that, it would be amiss if we didn't talk about the men's team. Another fantastic win at the weekend against one of the stronger sides in the league. Maybe not firing on all cylinders, but I think we stopped them from doing that on Saturday as well. So it was a really, really great game. And so we're going to put the highlights out of that very, very shortly. Talk to the Tynesiders has put all the best, lads. Thank you very much. We've got, hope your mum gets well soon. Thank you. We've got David Edwards, even lads. Hope you got your tickets. They sold out quick. Yes, it's a sellout on Saturday for the Marske game. And looking forward to the weekend at the Cup. A new era on Sunday as well. Yes, so it's FA Cup weekend all over, isn't it? And a nice tartan about the things across the river. I didn't care. Right. On that note, well, GFC, what we're doing here. Don't you worry about that. Right. Let's have a little look at the goals from the weekend, and we'll have a little chat about that before Simon Johnson joins us.
All the way back to Duxbury and puts the ball over the top, and Mike Williamson, just to be clever there, nodded out, and the clearance has seen Macaulay Langstaff going down. He's gone one-on-one. Can he get the rebound? He gets past the man, scores! Macaulay Langstaff makes it 1-0 on 5 minutes. And well, I say they turned defence into attack. I was about to criticise Mike Williamson's header there. I thought he should have left it for Chapman, but what do I know? The clearance after that has set Macaulay Langstaff up.
Do you think he meant to clear it, or do you think you've seen him in behind? I'm unsure, you know.
Either way, Macaulay Langstaff did the hard work. for the rest of the game. As Chapman puts the ball over the top, Tinkler nods it on. Campbell chases it down. It's hooked away up in the air and needs to be headed away by Boston United only as far as Ollie, who flicks at the side of the foot forward. Williamson wins the header from the ball that was cleared. Tinkler has it now, plays inside to Ollie. This is better from Gated out to the right-hand side of Campbell. Campbell puts it in. Macaulay Longstaff. It's 2-0! Kedwin Scott! He got the ball from, well, I don't know if it was a shot from Longstaff, but he ended up poking it home. And I was just starting to fear that Boston was starting to get into this game. And what if Gates had done? They wanted to go back. You know he's just going to run forward with it. There you go. What was the point in that? Well, Elliott plays it off to Fresh, back to Elliott in their box, and Preston has the ball. He's trying to line up a shot. He did, and he scored. He's hit it off the post, and it went in. He was lining it up. He had to take a couple of times to pull the trigger, and when he did, he just shot at the other side of Chapman. Get in with that lead at half-time. It would be a bit more comfortable now.
That's the danger of a 2-0 scoreline.
What can Gates do in reply?
It's going to breed confidence in Boston. How is this going to change the final?
Well, Langstaff picks up the ball on the edge of the box. He's having to twist and turn. Shields is sticking with him. Cuts inside himself. Goes for a shot. Deflection. It's in! Oh! Langstaff gets a reply straight away. And I think that deflected off the captain Shields. But that's a Langstaff goal in my book. And Gateshead have made it 3-1 very quickly.
I don't know what it is with the mindset of Langstaff and Kedwin Scott, but they react so well. So well.
Wow. You've got a feel for both.
Well, there you go. That was the goals from Saturday. Big thank you to Charlotte Potts for joining me on the commentary. It was always great to have her there. Great value and a great insight Charlotte brings as well. And, well, let's talk about one other thing that was fantastic. We performed in front of a big crowd, over 1,200 there. Amazing crowd, great atmosphere, and, you know, Gator performed in front of them. That's the biggest thing. Hopefully we can entice some of these people back. Before
we go any further forward, David, I want to all them out on the clothesline on Saturday. They were fantastic.
Yeah,
I mean, me and you seen the days where we'd be stood on the clothesline, but it's great just being in a seat and watch the game and just listen to the lads rhyme off the songs. They were absolutely amazing, and the lads are just. I think you're going to have 10,000 there, David. I don't think they know another way out to play.
Yeah. I mean, there was a little clip put up on social media of the Preston game, the way they just closed down and then passed their way out of it. It's just a joy to watch from start to finish. And say the first half was laden with goals. Second half was more of a tactical affair, man management. We've seen it out. We've seen it in a number of games this year. We started off like a house on fire, and then we're seeing games out. And you know, I don't think we were ever really tested in the second half. It was a cagey affair. But, you know, you've got to take your hat off to Mike Williamson and Busted, because they are just playing some sublime stuff, whether it be defensively or going forward.
It was excellent game management in the second half. First half, we just have a purple patch, don't we, where we just blow teams away. Yeah. But it's a comp. Yeah, you can see a kid's got 8 goals, McCoy's got 10. But it's just the whole team grafts in it.
Yeah, it's just the work rate and the energy and the camaraderie just comes through on the pitch in spades, doesn't it? You can just see it's really, really good. And we've got a few messages here. Keep them coming in. We'd love to know where you're listening from in the world tonight as well. But I expected a lot better from Boston, but credit to Gateshead for the way they controlled them. You see, that's the thing. You know, forever in the past, we would look at teams and maybe say, oh, well, you know, they weren't at the best, but let's give credit to our team. You know, the lino in the build up to their goal was useless. Jordan didn't score though. I'll have a little rant about it. The officiating, especially for their defender Garner, the amount of times he used the outside of his forearm or his hand on Macaulay Langstaff's neck stroke throat when the ball was coming up to them was absolutely disgusting. And I think it should have been nipped out in the start of a yellow card. And, you know, if that had happened, maybe it might have calmed it down. But he could have been sent off 4 times after that if he had had that yellow card. The amount of fouls he got away with was, well, how can I say? He got away with it, but what, we're picking it, we're kicking at the ground here, looking for faults. We've got to play our game. We did that and won, but just the officiating could have been a bit better. That's what
I've seen we come away from games and we've lost.
Mm-hmm.
And inevitably it's the referee that gets to blame. 9 times out of 10, the referee should have given this, could have given that. But never have I come away from a game where we've won and I've thought the referee and one of the linesmen were so inept. I come away and I'm thinking.
Well, Mick Scully sent another one. He's put on 2 occasions Boston players through all out or weren't punished. Yeah, it happened a few times.
Yeah.
But, Meg Baker, she's listening from Corbridge. Thank you very much for joining us. We've got another message here just before we bring Simon Johnson in. Hi lads, sadly cannot make Marske United game due to being it sold out. Albeit Heaven versus Lincoln. Hopefully we can get a pick up win, getting the first round proper. Of course, if we do get round to the first round proper, it's no means a guarantee. It's a very tough game. They only conceded their first goal in 17 hours last night. So it's a tight unit we're going up against Marske. I am doing full match commentary, all being well with me, ma'am. As I say, if everything's all right with her, I'll be down at Marske. So yeah, to say full match commentary, but just there's that question mark. But right, we do have Simon Johnson in the wings, ready to come on. We'll let him switch his camera on. While we do that, we'll play how you contact us on how you follow us on social media. And a big thank you to everyone. We have reached 100 subscribers, so hopefully that helps with the algorithm. We'll get more people listening, and the views are up by 128%. So big thank you to everyone that's been listening and tuning in. It really does mean a lot, and hopefully we can reach more people. But when we come back after this, we'll have Simon Johnson with us, the GFC Ladies manager.
Hello everybody, remember to like and subscribe and share the show.
Here he is, the man of the moment, Simon Johnson. How are you doing?
Oh, he nearly smiled there. The lasses will not believe it.
Just a second time only. I'm all right. How are you too?
All the better after Saturday's performance.
What was that, sorry?
All the better after Saturday's performance.
It's good to watch, and obviously I don't see we're not scoring in a league game, to be fair. Like, that goes for both sides, that, to be fair.
That's what we've got you on to. I mean, we'll concentrate on the ladies team because that's what we like to do. So we haven't really been able to get you on because normally you train on a Thursday, and we normally have the show on a Thursday. So we'll move to tonight so we can give you a proper push and a mention because you took the reins over at the start of this season. You carried on the good work from last year, and as I say, it's FA Cup weekend. The league form's going very well, but a very tough game coming up on Sunday. But you've been flying in the FA Cup.
Yeah, the FA Cup game's actually the week later, to be fair. But even that, though, I say flying. We've done my best to try and but at least make my hair go a little bit greyer, conceding in the 82nd minute. An equaliser against Spennymoor, but then I think something that I've been on in terms of the girls to get them in, getting their character and that attitude and going and grabbing a winner when some teams would be happy just to afford to go to penalties. Forced to go win just shows like the test of our character from the girls especially.
Mm-hmm. And obviously you've come in, you've took it on. I know you were involved in games last year and watched a lot of the games. Do you see much of a step up in the standard from last season? Obviously, that's been promoted and a lot of bigger teams and in this league. Has it been a step up in quality?
I would say yes. I think that there has been obviously some tougher games, some closer games. I think partially that's down to the opposition. I think partially it's about how we want to play. About making sure that we do things in the right way, whether that's us playing our football, playing out, playing through, and I think it's just making sure that we've got our own way of playing and we stick to that, we stick to our principles, and we don't go away from that, although for 45 minutes on Sunday we did, but to be fair, second half was miles better and we got back to doing what we do best in terms of playing out and creating chances, so I think definitely they've kicked on again, and I think a good test of that's the FA Cup game against Spennymoor, who are like a league above. Started a year before us, so kind of are where we want to be, just a year on us. And that game, obviously, there was quite a few there. Would have seen the amount of chances we created, and that's a team in the league above. So yeah.
Dave Allen has put, well done, Simon. Since he's appointed manager of the ladies, he's taken over the team to a higher league and remains unbeaten, and quietly gets on with the job and no bragging on Facebook.
I do sometimes, like, to be fair. To be fair though, like I'm not really big on sort of self-publishing, and the only reason why I do share the results is just more exposure and awareness. It's definitely, I've got some pals and obviously going down to uni and that have got a bit more of an interest, and certainly you've got an interest in women's football, just because obviously I'm the manager, so obviously what we can do to grow the game, definitely that's something that we'll look to do.
I mean, since the ladies' team was formed, obviously we've obviously kept an eye on what's been happening, but you can't help but notice more about ladies' football on the whole, whether it be on BBC, Talk Sport. They've had live games on in the top level, and games on telly. It seems to be building as a whole. Do you think that's filtering through to the lower grassroots level?
Yeah, definitely. I think obviously there was a big boom after the World Cup, I think back a few years back in Canada, and I think now Sky are investing. They have signed the first Women's Super League deal, so there is more exposure, and obviously there's games on nationally, and but now there's more teams in and around the leagues. I think all you got to do is look at Alnwick Town, who play in the Northern Lions men's team, have a women's team that play 2-3 levels above essentially to where they are. So there's quite a lot of teams in the Northeast that have a women's side. There's a lot of competition for players as well. But I think it's definitely, the women's game is growing, and I just hope that we grow in terms of our team and we keep progressing and hitting the standards and expectations and get where we want to be in the next couple of years.
Definitely. I'll let Mickey ask some questions.
Would you say Spennymoor was our best performance of the season?
I think the way we want to play, definitely. And obviously the first goal typified that. But last Thursday, to be fair, I'd done some analysis on the game, so we had that recorded, and I sat down with the players an hour before training, and we looked at playing out from the back, playing and switching play, keeping possession. That was another clip we looked at. We looked at chances in the final third, which is all linked into what we've been working on. And I think what typifies it is, I remember one of the pre-season games was cancelled, so we did a session of playing out from the back, and the following week we played a game. I think it was against Chester Street Development pre-season, and I think we played out once, lost the ball, and all of a sudden quite a lot of the girls were not playing out. That's it. So I addressed it at half time, and I said, look, what's the point in working on things on a Thursday if we're not going to do it on a Sunday? And we've done that for a couple of weeks, and I think it was a bit of a culture shock, a bit of reality check to see when we watched it back last Thursday as a group, and watching them play within 4 or 5 passes from a goal kick from Carly. We're in the opposition half, we're in the opposition third, we're getting a shot on goal. So I think it was good to see that the hard work we've put in on the training grounds coming through. Although a little bit complacent maybe on Sunday's performance, we didn't really play how we can play, and we went a little bit too long, which then the second half, despite with 10 players, my half-time team talk was, after I'd calmed myself down, was that regardless
you went neutron bomb, didn't you?
However many players we've got, though, to be fair, is I want to watch a game of football. If I'm the manager, whatever team it is, I want to watch a good game of football. I want to coach a good game of football. So 10 players, we're still going to play out. We're still going to look to play our little 1-2 passes and keep possession and look to switch play and that. And I think the second 45 minutes with 10 players was a lot of credit. And I think that was probably just, if not on par, with the Spennymoor game in terms of how we want to play. But again, I think obviously Berkeley are up there joint with us, and I think that's the one where we can't afford to be complacent. So like you say about opposition, and has it been a step up? Sunday definitely, because we didn't perform for 45 minutes, weren't at the races, but equally we were 1-0 up. So it's one of them swings and roundabouts, but then down to 10 players. But if we had played like we did against Spennymoor, you know, it would probably been a different result on Sunday's game against Burley. You know,
I mean, we also had two what I would call crucial players in Jade and Livy missing.
yeah, definitely. Like obviously,
especially Livy, because Livy gets the ball away from our goal. She just gets up there, and she gets us up the park, didn't she? Really?
yeah.
mean,
Obviously, to be fair though, on the flip side, it's an opportunity for others. You know, and it's something that I've stressed to the players that it's going to be a long season, and quite often the team that starts the season isn't a team that finishes the season because there's changes, people leave, people come in, and I think that's something that I've stressed the last couple of weeks of just because you're in or thereabouts, there will be times, but equally though, you've got to do what's best for you as a player. You know, you want to be playing, and that's something that I'm not going to stand in the way of. You know, in the day for me, it's about making sure players are valued and feel happy. So if it's happiness with us, great. But then if they decide to move on, then fair enough, you know. And that's the way it is. And ultimately, that's football.
You led us on to my next question when you said players will leave, players will come. Are you always on the lookout for new players? Are trials always open on a Thursday night when you're doing training, or is there a set time when you'll be looking to, look at new players?
I wouldn't say I'm always looking for new players, but I'm open to having players come in and train. You know, like equally, it's competition. That's something that I've stressed to the girls this season is they've got to be pushing themselves, pushing each other, driving the standards and driving the intensity. And in those sort of games where you're 2, 3, 4 nil up, they've got to drive the game. And I think for some, definitely they've come in and played more. Where last season they were a bit more of a bit part player, vice versa. And a player that was in terms of like Beth Javs, she was a bit part player last year. Got a little bit of a look in terms of when we were struggling at the start of the season, played herself into the team, and unfortunately had a bit of an injury just before a couple of weeks back, so then she was missing. But then you've got Katie Lemon, to be fair. You know, she's a player who deserved that goal on Sunday, works really hard, doesn't quite get the rewards. But she's one who come in late last year, and again, like you say, I'm a manager where I want to trust my players, so she's had to play right back a couple of times, even though she hates it. But it's about trusting each other, you know, and I could say that for pretty much everybody. In terms of what I've wanted to do, they've done it. You know, and like you say, there might be ingoings, there might be outgoings. It's one of those things where sometimes people decide to leave and people want to stay. But for me, it's just making sure whatever team I've got competitive, and hopefully that's to the highest standard it can be.
Did you ask Katie if that was a cross on Sunday?
I think
because I did. Her face and then he flew off.
to be fair though, that's something that I've been stressing to have when she gets in those positions to make a decision whether she's crossing it or shooting it. Just make a decision and stick with it. And yeah, sometimes you'll score, and then other times if you're going to cross it, there'll be forwards. You'll have like Liv and Jazz and players in and around there to take the opportunities. But for me, it's frustrating when you watch a winger beat a player, but then kind of not knowing what they're going to do next. And I used to play up front, and you'd hear that, just put the ball in the box or shoot, do something rather than taking an extra touch and that. And, you know, she took a goal really well. And obviously, I don't know if you've seen the 4 photos of the prep shot, the shot, and all that. You know, that just summifies. And the last photo just sums up the joy that she's had, because she's probably has deserved to score a few more. Likewise, a few others. But, you know, that was one of maybe 2 opportunities we had really in the first half, and we could have been 2 up, and we weren't really at the races. So, you know, you can say we're not at the races, but could have been 2 up.
Yeah.
I mean, they were a good side, but I think the winger was a bit too quick.
I think
for Jade Halliday.
Yeah, to be fair, I think maybe because we are quite a young squad, I think maybe the physicality kind of shocked me a little bit. You know, like the first 20 minutes, and that's what I said to them after the game. Like, and then it wasn't until after half time where we thought, well, actually, they're not invincible. We can go through them. And once we started to match them up physically, we always knew we were going to be better technically, and we knew we could get a result. And obviously, down to 10 players, for me, all I wanted to see was the way we play with the hard work and the attitude and the application, which, you know, got to a point. Could have even got with 3 points on another day, you know. the chance.
Second half, they were accredited not only to you but themselves.
Yeah,
the way they took in for that second half.
And like I said after the game, I said that's the basics that you need to compete in a football game. And I think first half, you know, there was a couple of times where we were playing passes and thinking, well, that's just our job done. I've played my pass, that's it. Where, well, actually, no, it's not. You've got to then support, receive a ball, things like that. And I think, you know, we were a little bit more like individuals first half, where second half, then we battled for everything, you know, and players come on and help get the result, you know. And again, like you say, it's going to be a long season. There's going to be ins and outs. There's going to be injuries, you know. Straight away, I've got another suspension. Getting a bit of a reputation. But it is what it is, unfortunately, you know. Like, it's just one of those things. But then that gives an opportunity for somebody else. You know, I've 3 red cards, not the greatest. Like, we've only played 9 games. But it is what it is.
Testament to the manager, isn't it, Davey?
I think it all comes from the top. All comes from the top.
To be fair, though, we're going back. I think there was a Chelsea Street game where Jamie got sent off, and that was literally, they would have went through 1-on-1, probably would have equalised. And knowing that, then she was missing the following game, which was the FA Cup game against Gisbrand. She probably deserved to be in there, in and about for the Guysborough game, you know. But then that's what it is, you know. That's what you've got to do for 3 points in this league now. It is a bit more competitive, and as one of my favourite managers would say, Neil Warnock, you've got to die for 3 points, haven't you? You know.
I mean, when she walked off, I says to her, when Jamie brought that last down, I says she wouldn't have got that far if that had been me. She would have been there much sooner than she did. She says you took it for the team. It had to be done.
Yeah, and like you say, obviously, like Carly's was debatable. You know, on Sunday, if it had been a penalty, it wouldn't have been a red card. You know what I mean? Like, because it's double jeopardy. So you look at it that way, then would we have been better off getting a pen, staying with 11? I don't know. Because we weren't great first off. I think it was that it kind of gave her that little edge to dig in and kick on for the second half, you know.
Nothing to do with the bollocking they got at half time.
Motivational speaking, that's what it's called, Mickey.
Motivational speaking. He went ballistic, honest. He went ballistic.
I probably come across a little bit hard. I don't think so, Michael.
You can't even give a straight face.
I think a lot of it was down to disappointment of how high would play the week before, and the standards would set to then not even, like, we were playing out from the back and some weren't playing out. Then we're playing passes, we're playing a goal kick, or we're taking a free kick and somebody's tying the shoelaces. It's just like, it was a mess. And like I say, we were long ball. We were like, and I'd spoke to the guys from Inspired Support on the Friday, and they said, "Oh, we're going to come watch." And I was like, "Oh, we'll play football, we'll do the things right." And then I went, "Actually, watch Sunday. We'll probably go long ball. We'll be direct," and you know, which we were, which I kind of probably cursed with in a way. But I just wanted to see we stick to our principles and how we want to play. And if we get beat, and it's how we want to play, and it's what I've said, then I take responsibility. Yeah. You know, and I said at half time, I'm questioning myself now because we're not doing the things I've asked. You know, like the other week, obviously, when I shouted at Katie about gambling, and I said, "You've got to go for that ball, and if it breaks down and you get caught out, I take responsibility, but you do what I want you to do." You know, and ultimately that's how she got probably in the position to get that goal on Sunday. You know, and like I say, I'll take responsibility. Like playing out the back, we conceded the other week. And I know some of us weren't too happy in that, but I take responsibility for that because you're doing what I want to do. You're playing how we want to do, and yeah, we're going to make mistakes. Nobody's perfect, but you just stick to your principles and stick how you want to play. You know.
I'm perfect. If you hear a scream when Langstaff scores, it's perfect. It's perfect lady scream.
I'll back Simon up here because I've heard him say to the lasses as well. I don't care what anybody else says. You do what I tell you. If it gans tits up, it's my fault. I'll take the responsibility, I can back them up on that as well.
Yeah, and that's the way it should be. And I know that's the way it's Mike's way of playing, you know. And I think that's the thing, is it's having the gated identity. Whether you're playing with the men's and the senior, or you're playing with the women's, or you're playing with the college or you're playing for the academy, the under 9s or whatever. It's just making sure that everything's done properly, you know. And like you said, I'll take responsibility. Equally, like when we lose, you know, sometimes it might not be down to me. No, I'm joking. But I think, I think hopefully now the 2 draws are kind of the reality check that we need to know that we can't be complacent. I thought it might have come in the form of a defeat. Hopefully, touch wood, it doesn't. And hopefully now that's it for the season. We can kick on and make sure we're not complacent. And you go on about me smiling, and I know after the full time the Spennymoor game, I come walking over and the girls were like, "Oh, look, he's smiling, this, that, and to that." But for me, I'll smile at the end of the season when we do our job. You know, until we do our job, then for me it's just another 3 points. It's to the next game. It's Hartlepool on Sunday. We need to get 3 points, and you know, I'll smile, I'll do whatever, I'll sing, I'll dance end of the season. But when we get the job done, and you know, it's going to be tough.
I've seen him smile when he gets a nice cold pint in the Nags as well. So he'll smile sometimes. Thank you very much for joining us. We've got the 3 amigos lined up. What they don't realise is that I can see them. There's been selfies, there's been a sneeze, there's been all about the place at the minute. So it's been quite enjoyable listening to you talk and watching them sneeze. Anyway, on that note, Simon, best of luck for the rest of the season. I'm sure we'll have you on at some point soon.
No, but I thank you, fellas. All the best.
Cheers.
Good luck for Sunday, mate. See you there.
Thank you.
Bye. Well, we'll have a quick advert and we'll bring the 3 amigos in. Hopefully they've stopped sneezing. They're having a laugh already, so they should be good guests. But we'd like to play a little message with our sponsors, Northern Print Solutions, because without them, we wouldn't be able to bring you this show. So please do follow them on social media and the likes. Mickey thought he'd have more time to get his nickname. He's an honorary lady tonight. Ladies, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
All the better for watching.
It's ladies' night. I had to put it on.
It looks better than mine. Yeah.
I look like Katie Lemon's grandmother.
Katie Lemon, that's all I can say. Welcome back to the show, girls. Say back for another season. This time, starting the season off, having a full season with us. How is it this year compared to last year? Because obviously it's another level above, and you've come back in and started winning again.
Well, I think it's like a lot better, especially like starting the season with everybody. Like makes it a lot easier. Like getting into the team because I mean we already know everybody. Everyone's pretty like
we're all pretty close now. So
yeah.
Coming into the second season, I guess you can say we play more as a team.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously it shows on the field whenever we're working hard for each other. So.
Along with that, we're the harder league and we're the FA, so it's way better.
It is a lot better than like last year.
Yeah.
I just had another look at Mickey. I kind of take you serious. Questions?
It's ladies' night. My daughter wanted to put the makeup on and all.
You should have.
That's enough.
No.
It's too itchy. It's itchy, man.
He looks completely different now.
Yeah.
Go on, Mickey. Ask some questions.
Yes, what I'm going to say is, well done, lasses.
Thank you.
Come in, played really well, all 3 years. It's a pleasure watching you as well. Sunday, you must have been shattered.
Yeah, pretty annoyed.
Yeah.
I think we should have won.
We should have won, yeah, by a lot more.
Yeah.
Did Kevin run the bath?
Yes.
I tell them do.
Yeah, we don't have a bath.
We don't have a bath.
You don't have a bath? Well, you got just like a little tin thing as I'll sit in.
Cultural differences, Mickey. That was football in the 80s in England where we sat in a bath. They don't do that anymore, Mickey. You're showing your age.
No, one question I want to ask, because we've never had Alyssa on. Is it true that you started playing football later than Jazz and Monty?
Oh, like here or like
at home?
Oh, I don't know when y'all started. I don't I don't know.
What
I
age?
started off, like,
What age were you when you started playing football? And
I think I was 4.
I think I'm 3 or 4.
Oh yeah, so
3 or
yeah,
4.
they always started earlier than me.
Way
Yeah.
earlier.
I did cheerleading.
Oh my god. Yeah.
That was good choice.
so who's your football idols? All 3 years? Because I mean,
I got girl or boys? Oh no.
either.
Okay. Kevin De Bruyne.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Kevin Sosa.
Your boyfriend? Alex Morgan.
Oh, that was mine.
Really? Yeah. And I would say Rose Lavelle. She's really good.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rose Lavelle.
You're next.
Oh, so I was gonna say Alex Morgan. I mean, she has my number 13.
But you're a defender.
So I don't. That doesn't mean I don't like her.
Okay.
Well, mine is obviously Messi.
Yeah.
Oh my.
And then for girl, I would say that Martha girl.
Oh, Martha with the
Yeah.
red lipstick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Brazilian one.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
I thought it would have been Gattuso for Monday.
The who?
The Tusa?
Gattuso.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I
Everyone-
don't know much about him until you
Everyone-
mentioned
Well,
Everyone compares Monty's football style to the way Gattuso plays.
even the MILFs are getting involved tonight. We've got a message from Jacqueline.
Hi, Mom. I don't kick my water. Sorry.
Yeah, your mom's saying she loves you, Jazz.
Yeah, I love her too.
Man, my mom's not on there.
Yeah.
And I was obviously thinking you've done a lot more this year since you have arrived. Is life a little bit better living on Tyneside now that you can go out and socialise? Yeah.
We were very bored last year.
But we haven't gone out that much.
No. I would just say like our soccer is more busy, or football. Sorry, our football is more busy.
Yeah, get it right.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, we always have like football to play. We always have practice to go to now, so it's definitely better. Yeah. We're not just sitting in our flat doing nothing.
Yeah.
So she's not even been into the town on a girls' night out yet.
Oh yeah,
we
did.
did.
Yeah, we went out.
Oh, we went out
Carly, Jay,
Alicia.
yeah, and Alicia.
Yeah. We went out for a girls' night. Yeah, that was good.
So you went out with all the rough girls. Got there we go, Jazz. There we go. Getting off the messages in. So please do send me. If you've got any messages or questions.
If any of the families are out there, send some messages in for Alyssa and Monty. They're missing out.
We've got we've got one here. Gattuso, can I get your autograph? That's from Santi Navarro.
I'm gonna hit you in my water.
Are they making you tea like I said? Because they
better.
were supposed to be running after you, slaves.
But I seen you were playing today as well. A fine win as well today. How did that go?
Good. It was actually pretty good. It was a pretty good game.
Yeah, I thought it was more aggressive this weekend.
Yeah.
This week it was definitely more aggressive. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
So you're playing roughly 2 games a week.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna be fit.
Wednesdays and Sundays. We play.
Yeah.
And practice Monday through Friday.
After Sunday, I'm surprised any of you could move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got
Because that was a tough game for everyone on there. You've done a lot of running on Sunday.
Yeah, I did a lot of running.
Yeah. I was like a track star.
I mean, Jazz done a hell of a lot of running, but I think the whole team did in the second half. Simon says he didn't tell you off.
You could feel he did it in a nice way.
Yeah.
We've got a question from Sam Peltons, but who's been the toughest opponent that you've faced so far this season? Which team's been the hardest?
The last team. Yeah.
I expected more from Spenny more.
Yeah.
From what we were
I was expecting more.
Yeah.
But I think it was a really good team performance by all yous again. Yeah. I mean, Monty, you scored the goal, and Jazz, I mean, that pass you tried and it went in. the last game was probably our toughest of the season. Would you say?
Yeah, I think so. It definitely they pushed us more in the defense. I feel like they were a lot more forward attacking.
Their defense was really solid.
And their defense was solid. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've got a question from Mason Ford. He's wanting to know about how it is living here compared to back in the US. What's the differences that you've noticed apart from the awful accent that you've got to try and understand?
Yeah, the weather.
Oh yeah. We live in hot, sunny places, so we're not used to
Like right now, I would still be tan.
Yeah, I'm pale.
I don't wait a bit.
Yeah. And the food's different.
You take my stuff.
Yeah, it's healthier here. The food is healthier.
It's a lot healthier and smaller. Yeah,
Smaller portions.
I get skinnier here.
Yeah, I'm gaining weight when I go back home.
Yeah.
I'm finding all the fat stuff that you're not finding at the minute. I think that's to me.
I know. I think me and Davey's at most of it.
It's been a tough lockdown.
Yeah.
What did you miss the most when you're home, and then what are you apart from your bed? What do you miss the most?
My family.
Oh wait, when we go home, we miss
Yeah. Well, vice versa.
All he is. I mean, apart from your family in your bed, what is the little things you miss from home? All he is.
Driving.
Driving.
Yeah.
Hey, sushi.
We love sushi.
I love sushi.
She hasn't found a good sushi place apparently here.
So if you know any places,
Any recommendations?
Let her know.
I'm not that. That's not my cup of tea. Sushi.
Yeah, I don't like that.
My thing neither.
Oh,
Guys,
it's
now.
a good burrito, and I'm happy. That's where I've been finding all my sustenance lately. We've got a message from Dave Allen. He's put, "What's the other team that you play for?"
Oh, it's called I2I. It's an international academy for Americans, kind of.
Majority are Americans.
Yeah,
But it's from
Anywhere.
Yeah, but they come over and they connect with the school, so we go to school here and play for them.
Fantastic.
So, did you play football at college as well in the States?
Really?
Just that.
Only one.
Are the other two dropouts?
No, we have a college degree, but I did it in high school.
Okay, yeah, you're
So-
gonna make me look bad.
When we got out of high school, we came here for me and her.
There.
I liked college, but it's different from here and being over here in the UK. It's definitely different.
I think it's more intense in there.
Yeah, I think. Okay, with my college, I felt like it was more strict. Like it was very you got to be on it. If not, you're you're out. And I feel like here it's just more a different type of game. Like I don't know, it's just way more aggressive here, for sure.
Yeah, I know, because I hear you every week. Referee, she's grabbing this and she's pulling me hair every week. Every week.
That thing against Canada should have been a red card. And that slide tackle from the back last game.
Yeah.
Oh, so mad. So mad.
Amber's red card should not have been a red card.
Should have been yellow.
Wow.
Like Carly already had the ball in her hand. There was no need to call it.
We've got a message from Mickey here. This one's from Charles, the club photographer. I was watching Mickey eat his pie on Saturday. I was very worried about his fingers. Chew it, Mickey.
There's nothing comes in between me pie when I'm at the match on a Saturday.
And Mason Ford sent another one here. So, what teams do you support growing up?
Ooh, I've always supported Real Madrid.
I'll be honest, I didn't really watch a lot of football.
We
when I
make
was
her watch
younger.
football.
Yeah, she doesn't watch it.
Because my family did it, so I watched American football more. So now I watch football here.
I'm a Barca fan.
I
Even though
grew
I'm
up in
sucking.
Yeah.
If you cry after every game, it's okay.
So you're not got no teams in America you'd regularly go and watch?
I like the college teams, like FSU and
we watch college women's soccer.
Yeah.
Because actually women's soccer big in the States is not really that big. Besides
just
in the US
it's
too.
just college mainly.
Yeah.
College is mainly the big thing for watching.
But men's, where I live, I go to watch an MLS team, which is Awesome FC.
Oh my word, they look absolutely fantastic. The things that they've got a stand that you have to put a video up to prove that you can sing and you're enthusiastic. Otherwise, you can't get into that stand behind the goal.
I don't know. I don't think that's
I watched the podcast the other day, Bert Kreischer, and he had been there, and he said that that's what they had to do. And
it's crazy, honestly. It's pretty crazy.
yeah, so that's Matthew McConaughey's team, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen videos of him on the pitch with a drum before the game. So
Yeah.
That's
It's a good game.
yeah,
You think he lived there, wouldn't you?
yeah. I say I'm a right saddle for what podcast. So,
Well,
Look at my dad. See, that's my dad. Austin FC. He loves
yeah,
it.
see the Green Army, Davy West, but Libby said you were brilliant.
We love her.
Didn't have to play against you for a while.
I was scared she was gonna score.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, she almost got an assist too. I was like, oh, I was scared.
she scored.
No, they're worried in case you did.
Oh,
She almost did.
A couple times too.
Yeah.
what a talent she is for 16, my ninja girls.
She just needs to
What?
talk. Yeah, just a little bit. And we're over that already.
It's a little slow coming in.
Yeah.
Your dad's put Listas Verdes.
Yeah. That means go green or whatever.
Something about green in it.
Yeah, something like that.
Like that, yeah. But obviously, we spoke to you the last time, and I can't remember I asked this question. But what is the obviously? I know you'll be doing education when you're here playing for the team link up with the college or university. What is the goal at the end of that? Is it more academical, or do you have links to possibly go on to play other teams around the world on the back of that?
That's me.
I mean, if the chance is there, I would
Yeah.
like to go continue playing, but if not, find a career in the sports industry for me.
Yeah,
at
but I'm
least.
definitely gonna try to get like a team.
Yeah.
Like that's why I came all the way over here. If I could
Yeah.
school back in the States. So.
My advice to you three girls is don't give football up, because you're too talented to give it up.
Yeah.
Find a team, test yourselves. You've got all the talent in the world. Use it.
Well, we've got a very similar question here. D. Drones, question for the ladies: would you like to play professional in Europe?
I mean,
Yes.
I would like
I would
to
go anywhere.
I love to travel, so I
Yeah.
think that'd be a lot of fun.
Different type of football too.
Yeah.
That was my dad. He's so
That was your
smart
dad?
questions. Yeah.
Of course it's your
And Leon, she's messaged in. She's put, "Don't leave us ever." I don't know if that's a threat or a request.
Yeah, I want to be invited.
Yeah, you have to play a couple of seasons until we'll have the wedding. Maybe we'll have it at half time at one of the games. Imagine that. But perfect.
Dion in that number 2 shirt.
Yeah, that's better than a dress.
It'd be much cheaper than a wedding dress. I'm sure Jamie wouldn't mind.
Probably. Too. Check out the white one. Oh my god.
So he's been out exploring any? Because last time we spoke to you, you hadn't been out exploring very far because of the lockdown. Have you taken in any of the sites?
The beach.
Yeah.
We went to the beach. But that was
Beach.
last year.
Honestly, we haven't gone anywhere.
We went to York.
Yeah, York.
Durham.
I plan on going to Amsterdam soon.
Yeah.
And float home?
Yeah.
Will you need the ferry to come home, or will you just float over the sea?
On that note, no, but definitely, if I was you, I'd get the train up to Edinburgh for the day as well. It's beautiful up there.
Well, I want to go there. Yeah.
Oh
Edinburgh.
yeah, we haven't been.
Yeah, we haven't been. We have a list that we like write down and we like.
Edinburgh Zoo,
Yeah, it's
Beamish.
Beamish is a good one. Beamish Museum. That's just not far from where Dion lives, in that neck of the woods. Probably about 10 minutes from where Dion lives. So get her to take you to Beamish. It's an open air museum about England in the turn of the century, Victorian times. A lot of films.
Fashion sweets and things and cakes. It's lovely.
I think the film. I think the film part of Downton Abbey there as well. In the so didn't think we'd be talking about Downton Abbey. We've got another message here. Have you been to watch any of the Gateshead men's teams games yet?
Yeah, I have. I watched a good game too. They scored some nice goals.
That's
We won
when
to, but we keep forgetting.
I met a couple of them when we did the pictures. It was like 2 of them.
Oh yeah, we did the photo shoot.
Yeah, I don't remember their names.
Was it Kedwin?
That was Kedwin, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Is
They
that
were nice.
Was that the start of your modelling career, Alyssa, was it?
Actually,
The
I've done
start
it
and
before.
the end.
I've done it before back in the States, but
You did good.
I tried.
You're giving it all this, the pause and that. Madonna.
I laughed too much. Like,
That's the next celebration. She's going to Vogue next to the corner flag.
Vogue when she scores.
Yeah, that's different. Mason Ford has put, have you been? St. James's Park would be a recommendation.
oh yeah, we went through when it was snowing and everything, so it was really pretty. That one time.
But inside the stadium, we haven't been.
We haven't been
I want
inside.
to go to a game.
Yeah.
It's not as good as a Gateshead game, but you know what is.
If you're looking to get tickets now, you've got that big takeover.
I know.
I actually got tickets for the Chelsea game.
Have you?
Yeah.
No.
I woke up at 10 in the morning. Well, actually, I woke up at 9 because I had class. But I got on at 10, right when the tickets came out. And I got
Oh, well, there we go. At least you'll be able to keep up with the Gateshead score when you're there, though. Just keep checking on Twitter, and that'll be it. But say, girls, it's been fantastic to speak to you again. I say it's a pleasure to have you on, and wish you all the best for the rest of the season. And hopefully, we'll be able to speak to you again when you are close to picking up silverware.
All right, sounds good. Thank you for
I
having
must.
us.
Before you go, where did you put your medals when you went home? Are they on your pride of place in the house?
It's in my trophy.
Yeah, mine's in like my room, just like open.
Yeah.
Like champion.
Class.
Oh,
Fantastic.
Yeah. Another one.
We still have room for more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think this will go close.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah.
Definitely
I
want to
think
win
we can
this
win.
league. We can.
I think
win.
we can.
We just gotta work for it. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's not gonna be
Not easy.
I think Simon will push us to your limit. But as I say, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure, and hopefully we'll speak to you again soon. And best of luck.
Thank you for coming on, girls. It's been a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
I'll see you on Sunday.
There we go. We had them on there, and thank you to everyone that's messaged in as well. People from messaging, of course, in watching from America. It's amazing. It just shows you what this ladies team has done so far, the reach, and what the players have been able to bring in and work with. There's people in Austin, Texas know about Gateshead, which is
Fantastic to have Jackie and Ruben on. I talked to them quite a bit on Twitter. I hope they get a chance to come over soon, Jackie.
Well,
Ruben, I'd love to see it.
She's just put. I think they've started drinking before the interview. No, absolutely fantastic to have them on. Say they're living a long way from home. I don't envy them at all. Even at my age, I don't think I'd be able to live away from home for my family like that. So you got to commend these young girls. They're chasing their dream and doing really well and doing their families proud. We've got a message here from Sam Pelton. Another good win for the men's team against Boston. Another 2 goals for Langston on fire. I'm sure he's the league's top goal scorer. I think he is with 10 goals. Just it's a joy to watch at the minute, and long may it continue. Obviously, we've got the game on Saturday. Tough game against Marske. If we play to our capabilities, we know what we can do, and that's what we've got to go into that game remembering. And I'm sure Mike and Ian and Bell will be keeping them at that as well. Lewis Story as well, forgetting he's part of the first team coaching setup. He will not let them players forget. They will be on the mark and ready to go and fully concentrating on what they have to do to get in order to get into that first round. And should we get through to the first round, it's a Sunday afternoon is the first round draw on ITV. So we'll hopefully be in that hat, and then we can dream about what the FA Cup means to non-league clubs when they're into the first round proper. There's so many clubs, so many games, so many memories to be made, and hopefully they can be. We've got D Drones has put great program. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for sending. Please do like and subscribe. We did hit 100 likes, and that did seem to give a boost in the algorithm. We want to reach more people, whether it's getting people local. We want to get more people match day in the stand, getting interactive with us, because let's be honest, it's a great thing, this takeover across the river for Newcastle United, hopefully for the area, if they invest in the area. but we know what a melting pot it is in Newcastle for media, and they are a magnet for it. And we need to keep pushing as fans to the likes of BBC Radio Newcastle to keep talking about Gateshead, keep us mentioned. I know they'll definitely do that, but they need to be reminded. It's going to be a very eclipsing time, I think, for local media, especially concerning non-league sides. But that's why we're here. We want to push, and we want to. If you got someone who sits next to you on a match day, just say, "Did you watch the podcast? You want to get involved? Just push it." We want as many people talking. We don't want it just us nattering on. We've got lots of messages here tonight, so please do subscribe and like to where you watch this and where you find us, and share it, because as I say, once we hit that 100, we have noticed a massive boost in whatever Facebook, whatever YouTube does with the algorithm in pushing it out, because the views are going up, and that's that's down to you, the viewers, and it's as I say, we only do this for the love of the club. We don't get anything out of it. It costs money to do it, and we want to keep pushing the club. That's what it is. It's our passion, and I say please do.
That includes the lasses as well.
Definitely. Well, on that, we've got Kelly Allport.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Kelly Allport. Good luck, Gateshead Ladies. Go and smash it. We couldn't agree more. And Sam Pelton's good. See the attendance over 1,100 on Saturday. Great crowd. Hopefully, we can get more fans in. Exactly, and that's what we're talking about. Let's push it. Show that the Gateshead fans are passionate. That there's great football on display at the moment, and we want more people to see it. And ultimately, the club does as well. And it's just to say. And also, as always, please do follow Gateshead social media as well. We always mention Jack McGragan because he does an amazing job. The behind the scenes videos, the build ups to the games, he's adding a bit of theatre to it. It's built up beautiful, and he's doing a fantastic job there. And everyone else working behind the scenes at the club, there's a lot of names that go unsaid, and we just want to give everyone kudos, because they are working very, very hard. And look at that stand on Saturday, that proves it.
Yeah, definitely. But like I was saying before, Davey, our lasses are just as big a part of the football club as the men are. I have one wish, that them lasses get the chance to play in the stadium.
Yeah, it'll
be in front of a half decent crowd. It'd be nice to see that. The lasses deserve it. They've worked hard over the last however long it is. And for me, they deserve a crack in there.
Definitely.
Get a few people in.
Be fantastic to see, wouldn't it? And we've got Christopher Story, my first Gateshead away game in over 2 years. Hopefully we can keep the winning momentum on Saturday. Good luck to the ladies too. Great to hear from some of them. Absolutely fantastic. Remember, do follow GFC Ladies on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. They've got all the accounts, and you'll get score updates on there if you want to see how they're doing on a Sunday afternoon. And say they'll really appreciate the support. And maybe if you fancy a game, get down as well, because they're playing good football, winning as well, and that's the important thing. But
you couldn't meet a nicer bunch of lasses neither.
No, it's really.
I mean, the lads are a good bunch as well, so that's what we want. I mean, we've got a under 14 girls team. They started a couple of weeks back. We've got all the young boys teams all the way up to the academy, and it's great to see.
It certainly is. And well, I think Mickey, I haven't really thought this through. I don't want to tempt fate, but if we are through into the hat on Monday and we get a big game, we might have a podcast on Monday night possibly. We'll see how things pan out. If not, it'll be Thursday, and I'm sure we'll have someone on from the club and say help and push, and looking forward to the next game against Brackley, where I know I won't be doing the commentary because I'm at another wedding. But after that, I'm free. I'll not be
do what you want and do it now.
And yeah, exactly. But Mickey, big thank you for coming on as always. We've both had a collectively tough week, and I love you, mate, and I want you to keep smiling, and we'll
cheers, mate.
We'll power through, and we'll get the next week, and hopefully in the first round of the FA Cup. Massive thank you to everyone. Like, subscribe, share the show. More importantly, have a fantastic trip down to Marske if you're going down there, and let's make Marske know Gateshead's in town with some great noise and hopefully a great result for us. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Take care, everyone.